afternoon everybody and welcome to Crafty Cleggs Creations. My name is Jeanette and I'm coming to you today from the northwest of England, where I live with my husband Timothy and our little dog Zach. Very British thing, the weather today is quite pleasant actually. It's not raining, it's quite warm, so yeah, the weather is okay today. Today is Monday the 2nd of August and I've just decided to do a podcast. It's a while since I spoke to you, so I thought I would get all my goodies together and have a chit chat to you really, let you know what's going on in my life and show you some of the things that I made, some of the things that I'm making. We've got some prizes for a giveaway for our Enchanted Forest Mall 2021. I've got a little shop update and I've got some very exciting news. Well, it's exciting to me, but I want to share it with you. So I will let you know what we've been doing for the past maybe 3 weeks now since I last spoke to you? Can't remember. The weeks are just whizzing by. I cannot believe we are in August already. I just said to Tim the other night, it's going to be in another few weeks. I'll be saying to him, do you think you could get the Christmas tree down? Actually, that's not true. We're having a real Christmas tree this year, but I did say to him, it's not going to be long before we're putting the Christmas tree up. And it will be. I'm digressing already, aren't I? Waffling. Anyway, let me tell you what's been going on in the past few weeks. So I have had my hair cut for a very special occasion. I had my hair cut because it needed cutting, but at this time I had it highlighted. I've had the grey tone in it. It's a little bit shorter than normal, but there's a reason for that. It's taken me a while to get used to it, but I will do because it's hair and it grows, doesn't it? So I've had my hair cut. We've been out to lunch a couple of times, which has been really, really nice. Tim and I went out, not last week, the week before, we went out at lunchtime to our local steakhouse and had a lunchtime. We didn't have a date night, we had a lunchtime date, which was really nice. And we've been out for dinner a couple of times, like I say. We've had a couple of rides out over to our, well, when I say our, it's a very, very big store in a town called Colne, which isn't far from Skipton. And they have a massive mill there. It's called Boundary Mill, but it's a really nice mill, and it sells everything from candles to tableware to clothes. It has a Marks and Spencer's department. It has a Cath Kidston department. You can buy shoes and handbags and outfits, and it's just a lovely store, but it's massive. You can have your lunch there, you can get ice cream there. It's just really nice. So we went there one day last week because Timothy needed a nice new pair of smart shoes. So not far from Boundary Mill is my fabric, when I say mine, is the fabric shop I use quite a lot called Empress Mills. Now I get quite a lot of my fabric from there, but from online, because since the COVID hit in March last year, it's been closed, the store. It's a lovely place to go, so well stocked, but quite a tiny shop. So I guess social distancing isn't going to be ideal there. Anyway, I have to say I did expect it to be open, and unfortunately it was still closed, so I didn't get my trip round Empress Mill, which I was a bit upset about, because like I say, we was over at Boundary Mill, which is literally round the corner from Empress Mill. That was a bit of a long-winded tale, weren't it? But anyway, yeah, I didn't go to Empress Mill because it was closed. So we did that, and my friend Susan and I'm sure you've heard me speak about Susan before, we go away every year and have a girly weekend away, and we've decided that we're going to do it again this year. We either hire a little lodge, or we've been in like a little cottage. Anyway, this year we're going in a caravan again, and we go Friday morning until Monday, and we just literally walk, craft, usually have a walk around the craft stores. That's, you know, we go and search out local craft stores where we are. And this year we're not staying far from what's called, again, Skipton. I'm sure you've all heard of Yarndale. Well, Yarndale is on while we're away, But Susan and I have decided this year that we're going to give it a miss. I still don't feel 100% safe with things like that. Although I always wear my mask, sanitise. I'm still doing everything that I did 5 months ago, 10 months ago, whenever it was. But I just said to Sue, I just don't feel happy about going. I'm not 100% sure about the enclosed space, because although it's in a cowshed, it's a huge cowshed, but it is enclosed. There is little doors to get out everywhere, and yeah. So anyway, we've decided not to do that, but we are going away, so I'm looking forward to that. So we've booked that, and it's in about maybe 6-7 weeks time. I think it's about the 26th of September that we go. So I've got something to look forward to that. So that's exciting news. And my other exciting news is this weekend, on Friday morning, Tim and I are travelling down to Frome to our daughters to stay with them. Well, we're not staying with them. We're actually staying in like an Airbnb. It's like a little tiny flat, because our daughter and her partner Justina are getting married on Saturday. Now, I've known this for some time, but not really wanted to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it with, again, what's going on in the world. So they get married on Saturday. It's quite a low-key affair, I think. Well, it is, because of what's going on. So I think there's 30 guests allowed at the wedding, and then there's 30 guests allowed at the afternoon meal. We're all having a sit-down meal, and then in the evening I think there's going to be more guests, but I'm not 100% sure on how many. So yeah, that's really exciting. So watch this space. I will take lots of footage and share it all with you. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Got all my outfit, and hence this is why I've had my hair done and had it done as short as I have, because I've got something to put in my hair for the wedding. But I don't want to give too much away, because yeah, I don't. I'll share it with you when the event's happened, and I've got lots of lovely pictures to show you. So yeah, really, other than that, I don't think I've got anything else to tell you. I've got it. I'm looking over there because again, I've got notes. I'm getting very good with my notes. So with that said, I'm just going to crack on and show you what I've been up to. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my finished objects. So my first finished thing is my Christmas in July make, and it was a pair of socks. I think I have shown you one of these before. Here they are. So these are just a vanilla sock. This yarn is paw ply. Is it paw ply? I can't remember. I haven't got the ball band, but I will write it on the screen down below. And yeah, I finished these. These was my Christmas in July make. I did just a simple vanilla sock. I did a 2x2 rib, and slip one, knit one, eel flap, and adjusted this bit at the bottom and turn, and then all this, and then an umbrella toe. I think that's what that's called, an umbrella toe. Really like this toe. To me, the most difficult part of me making socks now, well, they're not difficult because they're not at all, but the most unenjoyable part for me is the toe. I don't even know what the other toes are called, because I always use this, what I think is called the umbrella toe. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with them. So they're going to go away, and I will, well, no, actually they need washing, but I have got another pair of socks that need soaking and washing, so I'm going to save them all up and do them all together. So that is my first finished object, and I really enjoyed making them, and like I say, those was for my Christmas in July. My second thing is also what I made for Christmas in July. Now, I am not sure how to pronounce this. It is my Year of the Dishcloths, and it's the, is it the Blowmen? Blowmen? I'll show you. Blowmen dishcloth. And because it was the July one and I was taking part in Christmas in July, I decided to do it in Christmas colours. I have done it a little bit smaller than it said. It did say, here it is, it did say, I haven't got a picture. If I can find a picture of the original one that was with the pattern, I will put it in and show you. I have used, oh no, let me tell you about it. So yeah, so I think there was 5 stripes, and I have to say, out of all the dishcloths that I've made, this is my least favourite. Did not enjoy it at all. I do not like colour work on straight needles. There were so many ends to weave in. In my eyes, this is just my personal opinion. Please don't beat me up for this, but this is just my personal opinion. For a dishcloth, it was far too much work. There was ends to tie in, I kept having to change it, and I know I could have carried my yarn up the side, but I don't like that because it puckers, it doesn't look right, and I didn't like how it just finished. It just wasn't right. It looks so untidy. See, it still does to me. I don't know if you can see that. So I just did a single crochet all the way around that side and that side. Yeah, I was not happy with that. But I wanted to do it, excuse me itching my eye, I wanted to do it because this year this is the only thing that I've managed to keep up with. So yeah, I decided to do a Christmas colour one. So I will use all these, I will use all my dishcloths. And again, I used it, I think I did my last month's in this as well. I used the, I love this cotton, and this is one that's from the States, from a shop called Hobby Lobby. Really nice cotton, really enjoyed using that cotton, but like I said, just didn't enjoy making that at all. I am a little bit anal about things that are untidy, and that is far too untidy for my liking. And it didn't seem, no matter what I did, because I did try to do this on a number of occasions, it just didn't seem, no matter how many times I tried it, I couldn't get it any neater. And I know it's a dishcloth and it doesn't really matter, but anyway, there is my second finished knitted item. Oh, I've not even looked for August's dishcloth yet. So the next thing that I've got finished is a crocheted item. Now, I went to meet up with some friends, Lindsay and her little girl Eloise, Lindsay is Stitch Create Love, and her little girl Eloise. We met up last Monday and had lunch together. And while we was out, obviously we was at Black Sheep Wools, where else would we go? It's just a great place for me and Lindsay to meet, because it's as far for me to get to Black Sheep as it is Lindsay to get to Black Sheep. So it's just a really good in the middle place to meet. We have said that we'll have to find somewhere else, but because we can't keep going to Black Sheep. I mean, we can, we love it, but our purse strings won't allow us. But while we was there, I had a little treat, and I bought this pattern. As soon as I saw it, I knew I'd like to make it, and it is little, this actually is called Poppet Piglet. Isn't she cute? Now, we was with Eloise, and Eloise saw this, and I said to her, would you like me to make it for you? And she said, oh yes please. But unfortunately, they didn't have the correct yarn to make it in, so we had to look for a substitute. This pattern is by Emma Verman. She has got some books out, Emma, with all these different ones in. In fact, don't quote me on this, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure Emma's either just recently brought a new book out or is about to bring a new book out. I'm not 100% sure, you'll have to check on that. And here she is. This is, well, we haven't named her yet. I do believe that Eloise wanted to call her Peppa Pig, but I don't think Mummy fancied that idea. But I'm sure when Eloise gets her and she looks at her, she'll know what she needs to call her. She's quite big. I don't think the original that's made in the cotton and the, right, I'll start again. It's made in commercial yarn, and it's made from a cotton and like a fluffy type of yarn, but they didn't have the one. I made a big deal out of that, didn't I? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, here it is. I made a little neckerchief for it from some fabric I had. This is one lot of bags that I lined, so I had a little bit left, so I made it. I've put safety eyes in. It was just such a fun make. I actually made this, I think, in a night and put it together the day after. So yeah, that's what's on the pattern. She's called Poppy Piglet. And I'll show you what I used. The fluffy one, which is this one. That's what I've got left, so I could easily make more. That one is King Cole Cuddles Chunky. Now, it's not supposed to be done in a chunky yarn, but unfortunately this is all we could get. So that's the body part, which is this fluff here. So that's this one. And the other one that I used is the Shapey's Chunky Monkey Anti-Pilling Chunky Yarn. And that's what I did all the rest of the body in. And I've got that much left of that ball of yarn. This isn't my favourite yarn, I must admit. Now, as you all know, I love Shapey's yarn. Absolutely love it. I haven't come across any other than this that I dislike. What can I say about it? It's very splitter. It does split very easily. I mean, I shouldn't really be... I'm not... What can I say? I'm not disrespecting it. It's each to their own, but this just isn't one of my favourites. There's other ones out there that I prefer to use. I don't like the feel of it. It feels very... I don't know how to explain it. Plasticky. Anyway, I'm not keen. I wouldn't use it again. Not on toys. I'm not saying I wouldn't use it for anything else, but I wouldn't use it to make toys again. It was definitely a little bit splitter and I wasn't keen. It probably took me a little bit longer to make it because the yarn was splitter than it would have done if I'd have done with the cotton. Excuse me. So that is all my finished objects for knitting and crocheting. Now I've got 2 finished objects for sewing, so I'll show you those now. The first one, excuse me for leaning forward, the first one is my hexagon sewing box, or my hexagon sewing basket by the Vintage Sewing Box, and it's all finished. I did show you the exterior last time. It's got some hand embroidery under there and around all the hexagons. Anyway, I've finished it now. I've got 3 pockets in it, and I've got a stitch. I don't know, can you see that? Let me see if I can show you. I've got a stitch on my machine, or a setting on my machine that does quite fancy stitching. So I use that to just like do a little bit of decorative stitching on the pockets. And then this little bit here, this isn't supposed to be, I think these are, I'm not mistaken, I can't remember, I don't know if there was 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch, I can't remember, and that's just a decorative little flower for the inside. Now on the pattern they're a lot smaller, and I did cut them out and I did try to make them. Oh my word, I just couldn't have used them. They was, well, what can I say, it didn't look any better than a piece of rag, because the stitch is so small, and because my eyes aren't particularly good, I even had my light on me, it just didn't do me. So I threw it in the bin. I thought, there's no way I'm putting that on this. So yeah, this is my finished hexagon sewing basket, and I love it. And now I've shown it to you, I will use it. I actually wouldn't mind making some of these for presents for Christmas. How lovely would that be? This is the smallest one. There is a small, it's a paid for pattern, and it, like I say, it's from Emma from the Vintage Sewing Box. This is the small size, and then there is also a larger size. I used grunge for the exterior, and this is all Liberty fabrics that I add in stash. I used just a plain quilting cotton for the inside with a oh, what's it called? interfacing, and then I just used some more of my Liberty for the one inside. So yeah, absolutely love it. Really enjoyable make. Like I say, really wouldn't mind making some of those for some of my friends for Christmas. And let me just have a sip of tea before I tell you about the next one. Oh, not tea, it's water. This next one, I love it. This is for me, and I'm so pleased that I got this finished. I'm trying to get through all my whips, as you know. So this is one. The sewing basket was one that I'd been hanging around since last year, so that's finished. That's ticked off my list, which I'm so pleased about. And then the next one is my Christmas stocking by Mama and Molly, and again I started this last year and it's finished. I did and ah about this, and I had a few suggestions. Somebody said to me I could overlay another hexagon on it, or somebody said lower the pocket so you could hide most of it, but you know what, I just decided to go for it. It's unique and it's mine and it doesn't matter, but yeah, it's all finished. So this pattern, like I say, is from Molly and Mama. She has quite a few patterns out, different ones. This was all hexagons on the front. I did plain gingham on the back, pink and white, and then on the inside, there's a shock, I used polka dot. Then you've got the little tiny mouse that sits inside. This was not, it wasn't difficult to do, it just took me a long time because of the size. That's my hand and that's the size of the mouse. Whiskers have gone a bit AY, just hold on and I'll show you. I love it, absolutely love it, and I would really, really like to make, to be fair, a couple of these for my Christmas tree, which I might do. So that's the little tiny mouse. That took me all night to make, but it was a really enjoyable make. Really lovely pattern, very easy to follow. Little tail on the back. Oh, it should have a little pink bow on there, but I haven't got one. When I'm out and about, I will try and find one, but for now, oops, she'll just have to do without a pink bow. Just put it there for you so you can see. So there she is. So that's another one of my things that was hanging around. I started this last year. Bear with me, I'm going to have a sneezing. Oh dear, sorry about that. I've had a really big sneezing fit. Anyway, this is what I was saying. This is another thing that I started last year. I started this last year and it got put to one side, like many of the things that I make. And I do eventually get around to doing them all. It just takes me a little bit of time. So that's another one of my whips that I can happily cross off my list. Doesn't it feel good when you finish some of your things? I mean, us crafters, we never have more than one. No, we never just have one thing on the go. And in my mind, I'd like that. And I am trying to whittle down my whips. So I've not got too many on the go, so it's not overwhelming for me. And I'm doing okay. But then I see something and I think, I need to do that. But anyway, let's crack on. So those are all my finished items. So the next things that I'm going to show you are my work in progress. And at the moment, I have got a few things that's in the working, but not that I'm actively working on. I still have my northeasterlet that I have added another strip to, but not very much. I'll wait a little bit longer before I show you that. What other things have I got? I've got I don't know if you remember, I was knitting a duck in shapy stonewash from the Knitted Animals book. Well, I think I've done the head, the body and maybe a limb, so I've not got very far on that, but I'm still working on that. And then the next thing I'll show you, this is not, I mean, people think that this might be a finished, but it's not really, because there's not two. So this is the next thing that I'm working on. It's in I made this little bag for myself. I love this. It's a woolen, oh, it's just really lovely. It's a woolen, well, it's just a woolen bag. I don't know, I'm lost for words today. I'm not doing very well, am I? It's a pure wool project bag. and it's pure wool on the outside, and I've lined it with a grunge, a Moda grunge. I'll show you what I'm making. I am making a pair of socks, and they are from the lovely Knit It Natty New, and they are the Playground Day socks. I was struggling with these a little bit, but I persevered, and I finished my first sock. I absolutely love it. I was so pleased. I love the yarn, I love the design. It looks, to me, because I'm not an avid sock knitter, but I think I'm getting there, to me that looks like a really, really complicated sock that I wouldn't be able to do. But once I got my head around it, it wasn't at all difficult to do. I really, really do love it. So it's got, these are shorties. You can do this pattern in two styles. You can do a short style or a long style. Well, I do like shorty socks because I have got quite big calves at the back, and I like short socks. I've never really had long socks on, so these would suit me much better. So these are the shorty pair, and they've got all that lace work design down there. Oh, just look at that, isn't that lovely? It's got, again, an umbrella toe, which was actually in the pattern, which I love. And I just did my knit one, slip one, heel flap, turn, and you know that bit. It's got quite a long rib. So you do quite a long rib, which is twisted rib, 1x1 twisted rib. You cast on with, on the pattern, you don't have to cast on with floof. It tells you how to cast on and what to do. But I decided to use floof just to give it a little bit of a, I don't know, it just looks nice, doesn't it? And then it's just a turnover like this. And then it's like, they are like playground socks, aren't they? They're like, my granddaughter has got something very, very similar to this in white that she wears in the summer with a little gingham dress. And it's very similar. Whereas this little bit of floof here, she normally has the same colour as her gingham dress. So yeah, that is one of my works in progress. I've not started the second sock yet, because I have had a busy week this week. I've been busy in my craft room. I've had my granddaughter all week, and now this week we're all getting prepared to go off to my daughter's. So yeah, I mean, I might get it started, but I think that one's going to have to wait until I come back next week from the wedding. But I am using a yarn from, it is, let me get it out for you. It's a blue fern yarn, and it is called Raspberry Ripple, and it's on the Platinum sock base, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's such a nice yarn to work with. So that is what I'm using for the main, and then this is from the Yarn for the Soul, and this is called Baby Powder, and that's just the Surrey alpaca I'm using just for the couple of rows I use when I do my cast on. And I'm making them in my Chowagoo 2.25 red lace. That's what I'm using. Love these, absolutely love these needles. I'm slowly building up a collection of them. It's taking me a while, but you know, they're quite an expensive needle. I'd love to be able to buy all the ones that I want or use all at once, but they are quite an expensive needle, so you have to just do it a little, well I do, a little bit at a time. So yeah, that's my first work in progress, and I have to say I am super, super chuffed with it. Really, really chuffed. Love it. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's my first one that I'm actively working on. And then my second one is in this bag by my lovely friend Dawn from Dawn's Days. And I am halfway through now making my teapot cover. This is the teapot tea cozy, and it's from the lovely Susie Johnson from the Wool Sanctuary. Lovely Susie lives in not far from my daughter actually. Yeah, I shouldn't be telling you where she lives, should I? Anyway, yeah, the lovely Susie. This is the lady that has got a wool shop in her lounge. Oh, her house is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. She has knitting groups there. Love her. Been to visit her a few times. Absolutely love the lady. Anyway, I digress. This is the first half. I've done it. This is the first half of my tea cosy. It's really, really nice, and you can see why it keeps your tea warm. So this is the front, then you do another one. I'm doing another one for the back, but look at those floats. So it's super, super thick, which helps to keep your tea warm. So that's the front. Love those colours together, grey and pink. And I have just recently started, show you, not done much on this, and this is the back. So I think I'm going to put some really, really nice pink buttons. I had my granddaughter over the weekend and she very, very kindly sorted all my buttons out, and I've got an array of pink buttons that will go nicely on here. This is also really good car knitting, so I would imagine this will be one of the items that I take down when I travel to go and visit Katie and go to the wedding. So that's really the only two things that I'm active on at the moment, because like I say, I've been really busy, I had quite a lot on, and you know, there's just not enough hours in the day to do everything that you want, so some things have to take a back seat. And right this past couple of weeks it's been my crafting, I'm afraid. The other thing that I'm working on is my enchanted forest. I have now got my forest prepped. There is a couple of things in there, and I'll be honest, I've not worked actively on that just yet. I'll be one of them that works like crazy for the last week or so because I'm behind. I will pop a picture in and show you how far I've got now, either ear or ear, I'm not sure which side it goes. But I have actually got my forest together now, so it's a nice forest with picket fence round. I've got an archway, and Tim has made me a sign saying "This way to Jeanette's enchanted forest" or something like that. So yeah, like I say, I'll pop you a picture in and let you see. So yeah, that's really all I've been doing. What else is there? Let me have a look at, right, so I want to talk to you. It's a bit muddled up, isn't it, this? But never mind. I want to talk to you about my August plans. Now, when you see this, before we even go any further, when you see this, I can just hear you going like, oh no, Jeanette, not again. But I have decided, I've purchased the pattern and I've purchased the wool and I've got the needles ready. So I think this is going to be my August cast on. Don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm going to give it a go. But I am going to make the Whitmore cardigan. I can hear y'all. Oh, goodness me. Isn't it beautiful? It's exactly the same as the Whitmore sweater, but cardigan form. And I've done that, so why can't I do this? So that's what I'm making. So I've ordered the wool and it's arrived. I'm not using, I would love to use the yarn that it's done in, but unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. So I am using a commercial yarn, and it's from King Cole, and it's double knit, and it's called Embrace. Isn't that lovely? It's shade 2234 and it's called Silver. And I can use this, it will work up just as nice. My friend Susan has also made the Whitmore cardigan and she's used this. In fact, I'm not sure if she used this colour. In fact, yes, she did. She used this colour, and I think that's why I decided to go for it, because it looked very, very similar to what was on the pattern. And I just thought, I mean, I can't really see what colour that is. But I just thought, what a wonder, that would be, it would go with lots of things, wouldn't it? It's such a neutral colour that would go with many things. So I've decided to do that. So yeah, I've got all what I need here. I bought this all from Wool Warehouse. Still got it in the Wool Warehouse bag. It's just easy to store it. So I've got my yarn, I've got my pattern, I've got my needles. I really could do with ordering some Chiagoo 3mm in these, but I've got other things to worry about at the moment. So I'm going to use, I've got some millwards, so I'm going to do the, you start from the cuff down. So I'm going to use them for the cuff, and then I do have my Chiagoo in the 4mm, which I can use for the rest of the cardigan. So yeah, that is my new cast on. I don't know how long it's going to take me, and I've also got a couple of things that I'd like to make on with amigurumi through August. So yeah, watch this space. So yeah, I think that's all that in the making, finished off. Yeah, it's everything. But I have got a few things that I want to talk to you about. So, as I was saying before, the Enchanted Forest Mile 21 is running until September. Dawn and I from Dawn's Days are doing this make along, and what it is, it's just anything at all that's made from wool or fibre that you would find in an enchanted forest. We're doing it just for laughs, it's just to have some light-hearted entertainment, it's for fun. We've had some fantastic entries, and all you have to do is, it is unfortunately only on Instagram, so you have to head over to Instagram, and obviously you'll have to follow Dawn from Dawn's Days and myself, Crafty Cleggs Creations, and all you have to do is, when you're posting it, is just tag Dawn and I, and the hashtag for the make along is hashtag Enchanted Forest Mile 21, and there will be some prizes. Like I say, it runs till September. Dawn is going to put a goodie bag together for a winner, and as am I will put a goodie box together for you. I'm not sure what will be in it yet, but I will make sure you get a nice gift. We have had a couple of prizes donated to us, very, very kindly donated to us. One is, let me turn my page over so I can get this right. One is from Bert from Vinyl's Creation, and he is the guy that makes all the crochet hooks, and he has very kindly, I have actually shown these in the past, but you can have your crochet hooks engraved with your name on, your business, whatever you want to do, and he does you a full set of crochet hooks. They are so reasonably priced, and the shipping, even though it's in the Netherlands, the shipping from the Netherlands to the UK is extraordinary. It's really, really reasonable. So Bert is offered to give us 10% discount on anything that you buy throughout the mall. There is a discount code, and I think it's Dawn's 10 or 10. I'm not 100% sure, so I shall put it on the screen down below for you. So that's that, and he's giving us a prize. And the other one is from the lovely Lindsay from Stitch Create Love. Now, this is the prize that she's given us. Now, I've not opened it, and I don't want to open it because I want it to be a surprise for whoever wins it. I'm going to show you what it is, but for what is actually on your gift, I don't want to show it because I want it to be a surprise. So like I said, last week I met up with Lindsay, and she very, very kindly donated that prize, and she also gifted me, oh, this is just, and again, it's very, very difficult to show you, one of her stitch marker jewellery necklaces. I absolutely love it. I'll stand up so you can see it. Look at that. Is it not fabulous? Oh, I love it. I love the jingling. I love how it looks. I love the fact that people have to stop. A lady said to me, oh, what's that you've got round your neck? I went shopping the other day and I completely forgot. I mean, when I say completely forgot I had it on, it is jewellery, so you can wear it, but I like to have it on in the house in case I lose anything. I'm terrible. But this lady in Tesco's asked me what it was, so I was telling her about it, and I put her over onto Lindsay's website, so hopefully Lindsay might have had my friend over there from the local supermarket. Anyway, I digress. Lindsay has offered us one of these for a prize, And like I said, I can't show you very well, so I will put a picture somewhere here or here of this all spread out so you can see what you get. Now, like I say, it is different from mine, but I want to keep it a surprise. So yes, thank you very much, Lindsay, for our gift, and thank you very much, Bert. It is much appreciated. And the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about very, very briefly before I finish, I've got a quick shop update that I want to share with you. But I just wanted to remind you all that I am doing this year an advent calendar. And in episode, I've got it written down, episode 38, if you head over there, the giveaway is still open. I am giving away this year one of my advent calendars. And I just wanted to remind you that it has got to be, if you want to nominate somebody, that's all I want you to do. I want you to nominate somebody who has had a really bad year, or they've been very helpful to other people, or they work for the NHS, or for whatever reason you think that these people need cheering up, or anything at all, just a good deed. And the only thing you have to do is nominate somebody and tell me why you think they deserve to have an advent. But it can only be done in episode 38. Now, there's a reason for this. The only reason I'm doing this is because I know where all the comments are. Now, you will notice in that episode, I only replied to people that asked me a specific question, because I'm trying to keep the comments down to just what you've put there, which will then help me choose, because there's quite a few, so it will help Tim and I choose a winner. So yeah, just wanted to remind you, it's still open, and I will probably leave it open until mid-September. So if you want to head over to episode 38, check it out and nominate somebody, there's still plenty of time to give that someone special in your life a treat at Christmas. Yeah, so that I just wanted to remind you about that. I also wanted to, now I feel a bit, as all podcasters do, I'm sure, I feel a bit awkward about this, but I just wanted to let you know that I have opened a Ko-fi account. I do need some new equipment. I'm really struggling with lighting, so I'm hoping to get a ring light. I am hoping to get a new camera, but that might take some time, and the only way I can do it is if I have help off you guys. So if you'd like to help out, I have, like I say, I have opened a Ko-fi account, and I will leave a link below. If you can help me out, that will be super. I would really appreciate that. I am trying to keep adverts off my channel as long as I possibly can. I do not like adverts on channels. It makes me want to stop. I tend to not watch people who put adverts on, because I get why they do it and I understand it, but for me, it just is so frustrating. Now, I have heard recently that YouTube have started putting them on without you even knowing. So can you please let me know if you see any adverts on my channel? Can you just comment and let me know what you're seeing and when you're seeing them? So yeah, other than that, I've just got a little shop update, but maybe not everybody wants to stay around for that. So if you don't, thank you very much for watching. Next time I see you, hopefully I'll have lots of lovely pictures to show you. And I have just, was it yesterday, had a massive sort out of all my project bags. And I wondered if anybody would like a project bag tour. I have a drawer full of them, and I thought I might do a little video and show you all what I've got in my project bags. Just let me know what you think in the comment below. Please don't forget to subscribe. There's a subscribe button somewhere. That does help my little channel grow. Any thumbs up or comments, that would be marvellous. So thank you very much if you're going, and I shall see you next time. Bye. Okay, little shop update. I have these are not in my shop yet. Well, some of them are, but the other ones maybe not. But I am hoping by the time this goes out, they'll all be in the shop. A couple of weeks ago, I put a few of these in. and I just love them. This is one of my newest bags. I've not done this one before, and it's the perfect size. Look at that. Is that not just adorable? It's got patterned gusset going all the way around, and it's just the right size for a pair of socks. I love this fabric. It just reminds me of bright summer days. It's got the little tulip drawstring pulls at the end, and it's fully lined with a little rose cotton. Then I did a little pouch, and again, these could be used for little amigurumi. You could have that as quite a big size notions pouch, and I've done just a patchwork in that. I love it, absolutely love it. And then there's always got to be just the plain drawstring, hasn't there? And I just did plain drawstring, and again I put the tulips on the end, and it's lined with the soft pink. So that's that range. Got them down there. And then there's this range, and this is taking me quite a while to do these this week, because obviously they're all patchwork and they do take time. So this is the first one. I absolutely love this one. This is one of my biggest bags that I do. This is an ideal size for jumpers, sweaters, all sorts. You could fit 2 or 3 projects in here. It has got some hand embroidery on the front. Happiness in every stitch. I love that. I love this saying. This is actually vintage linen that I actually bought from Paris. And I've decided to use it. So yeah, that's come all the way from Paris. This is a Tilda collection of fabrics. That's all stripe patchwork. And then I've just done like, oh, what do they call it going round that? Oh, they call it something. I don't know. Can't remember. But anyway, yeah, this is my biggest bag. Happiness in every stitch. Love that. Absolutely love it. And then we've got a zipper pouch. No, it's not a zipper pouch. It's a, oh yeah, it's a zipper project bag. So this is heavy duck cloth in a nice white cream, quite an heavy cloth. I've got a little pom-pom zip pull and patchwork front and back, and it's got some zipper tabs, and again it's lined with the cream on cream. Really nice that, and that again is a reasonable size. And then we've just got the smaller size, which is done in stripes, and again that's a drawstring. Oh, this Tilda fabric is beautiful. This is my favourite, absolutely, although I don't know I quite like that with the doves on. And again, that's lined with the cream on cream. And then last but not least is just this adorable, this is nice, and this is just a, when I say just, I shouldn't say that, should I? Last but no means least, this beautiful patchwork drawstring. And again, this is big enough for a shawl, a couple of pair of socks, really good size amigurumi, and that has got drawstrings, and again is lined with the white on white. And that's it. Thank you for watching me ramble. I got there eventually. I shall say goodbye, and hopefully you all have a good few weeks. I shall see you when I've been to the wedding and share all what's going on. So until next time, take care and stay safe and happy crafting. Bye.